Hey guys, how you doing? This is Liberty Graphic Designs. Today, we're gonna be making some keychains. Not necessarily this one, but in the same shape. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I gotta do about 200 keychains, and the first thing I'm gonna have to do is prep this leather because we cannot engrave. Well, you can, right? But we usually don't engrave leather just like this. We have to put application tape on it to protect the leather from being stained or burnt. We only want the actual engraving part to be, well, engraved. So let's put some application tape on it. This part is somewhat easy. All we have to do is just put some application tape on the actual leather. Very, very simple. So there's one. I think I'm gonna have to make 3 of these. I don't think 2 of them is going to be enough for 200 keychains. So once we check and trace the job and make sure that we have enough material, not only that we have enough material, but that the job actually fits on the material, we're going to secure it to make sure that it doesn't move while the laser is engraving it. Okay, so now if you guys want to know the settings, so the engraving is at 20% power, 55 inches per second, and the cutting is gonna be 85% power at 1 inch per second. And if you wanna know the lines on the engraving, I'm doing 250 lines per inch. My laser, it's a 100 watt. Beautiful writing, you see that? Could have been a doctor. Those are my settings. Now we're gonna start engraving. This job is gonna take about, I'm guessing about 2 to 3 hours. There it goes. Once we have everything ready, what we gotta do is take out the excess, right? We don't need this, it's trash. So now we're gonna collect all these pieces right here that are already cut and put them in this box. Now we have to remove the tape and we have to clean them as well. So what I'm doing is I'm just spraying it with soapy water just to kind of, just to remove the burnt, because they get really dirty and then they'll look something like that. Believe it or not, that's clean. And then we can remove the tape, and then to remove the small pieces of tape inside of the letters, just kind of rub your fingers on it and that's it. That's clean. So we're gonna set this aside so it'll dry, because it's actually wet because I'm spraying it. Normally what I do is I clean like 10 of them and then I go back and start removing the tape. Tape comes off really easy. See, like this one, it got a little stain right there. I won't worry too much about that because we still gotta stain the leather. And when we stain the leather, a lot of that is gonna be stained, so you're not gonna see it. So that's the reason why you wanna clean it, so you don't stain it like that one. See, it's very, like if I show you this one's a lot cleaner than this one. Another way you can do it, you actually spray the water on the actual towel and then just rub it off. See, like that. That also works. Sometimes it actually works better. And again, while the tape is wet, that's when you want to take it off. I'm not gonna take that one off just yet. This is what I was saying. I usually do like 10 of them. No, we'll clean like 10 of them, and then when I go back, the tape is ready for me to take it off. So see, now if I go back to this one, the tape is going to be easier to come off. Just if I rub my fingers on it to peel it back, and then I can just take it off. You don't have to use gloves. It's actually faster if you don't use gloves. But if you don't use gloves, this stuff smells pretty bad, and the smell is gonna stay on your hands. I really don't care. I just wanted to show you, that you can use gloves just for the video. Just like that. And then again, I'm rubbing my fingers on the letters so I can get the small pieces in between the letters and the numbers. Make sure you get all the tape out. Like for example, right there on the A, I didn't take it out. When you go to stain it, if you don't take that tape out, it won't stain correctly. So make sure that you remove all the tape completely out. So the next step after you clean them all up is to glue them together. Okay, so this is usually what I use, contact cement. But I normally use, they make this one that's a gel. I like the gel better, but lately I haven't been able to find the gel. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually just put glue half. You don't put glue right here because that part right there is gonna get folded. So you don't want to put glue right there. So we're just gonna put glue on this side right here. You can use your choice or whatever glue you want to use. I find the contact cement works really good, and I don't have to sew them. So that's why I use this one. I like to use the gel one, but mine ran out. This is the one that I normally use, and this one is a gel. And see that right there? So no drip gel. This one works really good, but lately I haven't been able to find it. So we're gonna use this one. Remember not to put any glue in the center. You're gonna set it aside for a little bit. You want that glue to dry up a little bit so it becomes very tacky. You can also use E6000, but this one is cheaper. It'll last a lot longer, and it's, in my opinion, is better. If any of you work with leather, you more than likely you already have your favorite glue. Use that one. Again, I'm not gonna sew this. This is just gonna be, they're just gonna be glued up, and they will not come off once you glue them. But remember, make sure you set them aside for a little bit so the glue becomes very tacky. So once your glue has dried up, or mainly, dried up, see, to the touch, it's not tacky to you. But if you go to glue it or fold it together, it will stick, because right now the glue is become very, very tacky. But even though it's like very tacky right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another coat, and this one is a lot lighter. And now I'm gonna go ahead and glue it together. So right here, you wanna make sure that you're right on square with the other part, the other side, I mean. You're just gonna glue it together just like that to make sure that it's, straight. And then what I do is I take a mallet, that's gonna ensure that the glue is grabbing on real good. Make sure that you don't get any glue on the leather, on the front of the leather, because it will not stain correctly. So again, if I was to grab this one like this, even though it's not tacky to my finger, if I put it together, it will stick. Make sure they're nice and straight, because remember, we are not gonna sew this together. This is just gonna be glued. So, and we're also not gonna put an edge on it. This is it. The customer did not pay for us to put an edge. That'll make the keychain actually twice as much. And trust me, that is gonna be on there. It's gonna be glued. If you feel that you need to put a second coat, you can. It will not hurt. It'll actually help the keychains. Just remember the next coat that you put on it, make sure it's a lot thinner. So that's what I'm doing on this one. I'm actually doing a second coat. And if you notice, I'm grabbing very little adhesive. And I'm gonna set it aside so it dries up a little bit. Then I'm gonna grab the first one that I did, making sure that it's straight. And I'm not putting a lot of pressure. I'm just basically bringing it together. There's no pressure whatsoever. That way I can see that my edges are nice and straight. And then make sure that it's glued together. Just like that. Take the next one. See, like this one is already getting dried, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to move it around. See that? That's why I'm saying make sure that it's nice and straight. If it's not straight and you put them together, they're gonna stick together. So now this next step is the staining. Grab the staining that you wanna, the color that you wanna stain the leather. In this case, we're using light brown. Okay, so then we're gonna grab the stain and make sure it's nice and uniform when you're staining them, just like that. And then usually what I do is I grab a towel and I wipe it clean. So I get rid of the excess. And I can also see where the stain is uneven. See that right there? So that's one stain. Remember we did light brown on this one. And we're doing this tan, just like that. And we're gonna grab the towel and then we're gonna wipe the excess. Make sure you wipe the excess because I'm gonna show you real quick. Where you did the strokes like this, you can actually leave lines. And if you leave it like that, when it dries up, you're gonna be able to see those lines. So make sure you wipe it clean. That way you don't see those lines. I'm gonna do a bunch of these. I just wanna show you what I'm doing for the video. And the next one we're gonna do is this deep violet. I'm gonna grab a new swab. These swabs are the ones that we use to clean the actual printers, but I noticed they work really good for staining leather. Okay, so that's it. This is the purple. And then we're gonna do there you go. This last one is called Java brown. And last but not least, we're gonna make this pink one. And that's the pink one. So we got pink one, purple, light brown, tan, Java brown, which Java brown and tan are very similar. We have other ones, but the other ones I'm not gonna use them. Now the only thing left to do now is put the actual key ring on it. I usually don't put a little chain. You know how usually they have the small chain? I don't put a chain on them because if I put a chain, I will have to make this a lot smaller for the chain because the ring on the chain is very small. I use a flathead screwdriver to open the key ring so I can start it and slide it in there. That's how easy or hard, whichever way you guys find it, to make leather keychains. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the keychains, if you like them. Here's the Java brown. No, this is the brown, the pink, the light brown, purple, and Java brown. Thank you guys. That's it for this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know on the comments below. Thank you guys, and I will catch you in the next one. God bless you, and I will see you later. Bye bye. Adios. See you later.